Foundation's mission aims to increase the level of education and participation of BIPOC communities in positive behaviors to fight the different layers of disparities affecting these communities. Our core values consist of authenticity, being true to ourselves in our originality, preservation, to give honor to knowledge that has been transmitted through generations, and conserving the important aspects that define cultures, respect. We keep in high regard each other's contributions to other joint journeys, recognizing individuals' importance and value. Integrity, honesty mirrored through a moral compass that upholds our actions, and sharing, to occupy a collective space of love to promote exchange and growth. Today, we have the honor of being educated by no other than Allison White, leading this important gathering and information session, Nourishing Your Skin, the role of diet and environmental pollutants in managing skin conditions. Allison P. White is a Florida-based certified herbalist and holistic health and wellness professional whose healing practice centers Eastern medicine, natural remedies, and caring for the whole self. In 2014, Allison founded Naked and Natural, a plant-based skincare line that centers self-care, health, and love with vegan-friendly products and community-based workshops. Naked and Natural uses organic, natural ingredients packaged in eco-friendly materials to minimize harm to the environment and maximize the alignment of body, mind, and spirit. A compassionate and dedicated health professional, Allison uses her love for learning to explore the myriad of ways nature can be used to contribute to overall wellness.
I cannot tell you how much I start today with telling my team that of our.
Allison earned a bachelor's degree in business management, as well as bachelor's degree in health science and a master's degree in oriental medicine. She interned at Tao of Wellness Being in Bradenton, Florida, acupuncture and herbal therapies in St. Petersburg, Florida, and healthy body acupuncture in Venice, Florida. A professional in health and wellness for over a decade, she is a member of the American Herbalist Guide Guild and holds a clinical herbalist certification from Tradition School of Herbal Studies. Allison leverages her caring, generous spirit and her dedication to lifelong learning to expand her brand and contribute to her community through workshops and interactive presentations. She has shared her expertise and products at the Essence Festival and Herb Day, an annual showcase of holistic health professionals and service. Featured in Solo Magazine and a special guest felicitator for the Origin Foundation, Allison sustains deep ties to her community through partnership and local entrepreneurs. Naked and Natural can be found at acupuncture and herbal therapies. Let us welcome Allison White.
Well, I always get so flustered, like I did all that, I do all that, crazy. Every single time I hear it, I get excited. So thank you for that wonderful introduction, Isabel. So again, my name is Allison, and I am the owner and founder of Naked and Natural Skincare. And today I am going to talk to you about eczema and psoriasis and how we can help ourselves in regards to the environment, in regards to the food that we eat, and how we can, if not reduce it or get rid of it, we can calm it down to help our bodies. So thank you again for spending your Friday nights with me. I always appreciate it because I'm sure there's plenty of things that you guys could be doing. So I appreciate that. Now, today, we are going to talk about the skin conditions, eczema and psoriasis, and what can be done in regards to the flare-ups that we have, and how we can get you and your family to live more comfortably with these conditions. Some of what I want to talk to you about is basically centered around food, centered around herbs and supplements, and also some best practices that can be done to help you overall. Now, I always give a disclaimer, and this is where I do it. So this information is not a substitute for medical advice. So please see your trusted medical advisor or a trusted clinician. So let's jump right into it. So I want to talk about eczema or atopic dermatitis. There are few things that typically cause these skin conditions. And unfortunately, it's not very well known exactly why the skin conditions happen, but there are a few things that play a role in it. One of it could be genetic factors. That plays a role. So what you're eating when you have a baby inside, that plays a role. What are you passing on to your children? Are you doing a lot of milk? Are you doing or dairy? Are you doing a lot of gluten? Are you doing things that, if we eat it ourselves, it causes issues. So what issues are you passing on to your children when you eat a lot of sweets or eat a lot of sugary products or do a lot of dairies? So genetic factors do play a role in it. Immune system dysfunction also plays a role in what is going on in regards to eczema. Stress is a big factor. So if you already have an immune system that is not working properly, and now you are absolutely stressed out, those two together creates eczema or dermatitis issues. So being mindful of that. Allergens. What food are you eating that is causing the itching? Sometimes, unfortunately, we don't pay attention to what we eat. And we think, well, I've been eating this food for years and years. I've never had any issues with it. And then all of a sudden, you're having an allergic reaction to it. Those are things that you need to be mindful of, So if you go out and you're like, okay, I'm treating myself today, and your treat just so happens to be a whole box of cookies, and next thing you know, your skin is itching because of the gluten or because of the sugar, whatever the case is, that's something to be mindful of. Irritants. Irritants like what are you using on your skin on a day-to-day basis? What kind of detergents are you using on your skin? Did you rub up against something outside? Are you allergic to, animals? Things like that you have to be mindful of because it does create an issue. Now, some of the things that you may see if you have darker skin, because if you go online and you take a look at the photos that you see online, a lot of the photos will show you what eczema looks like on lighter skin. And you actually have to put it in the system as to see what eczema looks like on darker skin. So on lighter skin, you will see the shade of the skin is going to be red. You'll see red, irritable patches. On darker skin, it's going to look silvery or silver, like have silvery patches, or it's going to how do I say this? Some skin, it would look really dark as well. So it's like if you're noticing on your elbows, inside your elbows, outside of your elbows, if you're feeling on your neck that it's constantly itchy and maybe it's dark, on your knees, you may have to go and see a dermatologist to see if you do indeed have eczema. So those are some of the things that I would definitely take a look at. Now, for eczema, there are two types of eczema. There's dry eczema and there's moist eczema, or wet eczema is another name I've seen it called. Um, it will the moist eczema will start to blister and it will start to fill with fluids, but it also dries out and then it becomes scaly and thick patches. So being mindful of what it is. So you'll see a thicker scaly patches. Most people have eczema like right in here, right in their elbow, but that's where we frequently see it. Now, it can happen at any age. However, eczema frequently happens in children, and you typically see it on the face in children. So it'll start with small little bumps, and then it will move into what do you call it? It will move into uh, fluid fill fluid fill bumps. And then that will start to dry out. So it will be like dry skin. Thank you for putting that up there for me, Ra. So we have dark skin, what it looks like on dark skin, and you have what it looks like on lighter skin. So some of the things that I would say to avoid is the food that you want to avoid, especially feeding it to children, is you want to avoid milk. You want to avoid dairy. Milk, especially, unfortunately, and I know this may be a little bit graphic, but when it comes to milk, the reason why you don't drink so much milk is these days, the way they treat the cows, the udders will get pus filled and they're still milking the cows, and some of that pus will get into the product in general, and that's what sometimes you're ingesting. So you want to be mindful of milk. But milk also creates dampness in the body. So you want to avoid that if you can. Wheat cereal and wheat products. So that means any kind of bread, any kind of cookies or cakes or anything that's made with wheat products, you absolutely want to avoid that. Fruits that's high in citric acid, like your lemons, your oranges, your grapefruits. Interestingly enough, pineapple is high in citric acid, not as high as your citric fruits, but it is still high. So be mindful of that, as well as tomatoes. Tomatoes is definitely high in citric acid as well. So you want to be mindful to cut that out of your diet. And what I like to say is if you eat something, see how your body reacts to it. If you need to take it out of your diet just for a week or two, and then slowly add it back and see how your body reacts, then you'll know maybe I need to take this out of my diet for a while and let it flush out of my system, and then maybe eat it every once in a while. I realize saying to take something completely out of your diet, it gives a lot of people anxiety because maybe you've been eating a particular thing for years and years and years, and your body is used to it and you love it. Don't completely get rid of it. Just do a small period of elimination, maybe a week to a month, depending on how you feel. And then after that, just introduce it little by little. And if you're noticing a reaction, then go for a period of 6 months. Don't eat it. Then eat it once in a while. That way, you're not completely giving up the thing. You're not completely, giving the thing up that you love so much. But reducing it will definitely help and it will definitely make a difference. And if you're going for a period of time without eating the thing, you'll slowly start to realize that, yeah, maybe you didn't need it as much. If you start noticing the reactions that you're having is very, very adverse. So absolutely keep it in mind. Now, what you can do if you do have eczema flare-ups is you can make a tea. You can drink this tea, or you can use it as a skin salve, or you can just bathe in it. So if you would do something like equal parts burdock root, yellow dock root, yarrow, and marshmallow root, like equal parts. So if you wanted to do a small amount, you could do a tablespoon of each of those herbs and make a tea, make enough where you can drink some, and make enough where you can maybe give yourself a bath. If you don't want to do a bath, you can do a poultice by maybe putting it in a on a sterile gauze and just putting it on the affected area. So that's a choice that you can do. What I would recommend is if you're not comfortable doing that, you can see a clinical herbalist. That way they can make it for you, or that way they can give you the right directions where to go, so you don't feel as if you're overwhelmed doing it by yourself. So absolutely recommend that. Other herbs that you can use are golden seal, willow. Willow is good to help reduce in pain. Cleavers, plantain. Plantain is something that is very drawing. So if you have like a plantain herb, you can make a salve with it and put it on the affected area, whether or not it's dry or whether or not it's fresh herb. You put it on the affected area, and plantain will pull out the toxins, because really and truly it is toxins that you're dealing with, heat toxins. Normally it's red, it's flaky, it's itchy, sometimes it's burny. That's toxins that you want to pull out of your skin. You can also, for eczema, apply raw honey. You can either do also fresh papaya, but if you don't want to waste your papaya by putting it directly on your skin, just like you would put the raw honey on your skin, you can either ingest the raw honey, or you can just literally slather it on your skin. So that's an option that you can do and see how it feels after, like put a gauze on and see how it feels. But if you don't want to waste your papaya by mashing it up and putting it on your skin, you can just peel the papaya and use the peeled side down and just put that on your skin. That would absolutely work as well. Another thing that I would absolutely make certain of is that you are having regular bowel movements. You have to have one, two, three bowel movements a day. So taking either getting herbs that will help you go to the bathroom, or whatever it is that you know. Some people like doing bananas. Some people will do a fruit salad, whatever it is that is going to help you go to the bathroom, that is going to help you flush and eliminate. You absolutely want to do that. You don't want um, waste to build up in your system, because then that's coming out through your skin, which then is going to exacerbate the eczema conditions. So that's a little bit on eczema. Now let's talk about psoriasis. Now, psoriasis is actually an autoimmune condition. And an autoimmune condition is where your body's immune system, it's not working properly, and it attacks your own cells, your tissues, and your organs. So all the cells that are healthy, it's attacking it. And what it does, it triggers a rapid growth on your skin. So now it's like you have this how do I want to, this thickened skin in different areas. So it could be, again, it could be on your knees, it could be in your elbows, it could be your lower back as well. It's absolutely going to be different. Now, the eczema and psoriasis are very similar, but they're not quite the same thing. Sometimes the skin conditions can look the same. So with psoriasis, if you have lighter skin or if you're white, it is going to be red patches. It could be on your neck. Eczema will mostly be on your face, but psoriasis is not normally on the face. So you get it on the neck or the back of the neck or the knees, the lower back, any on your stomach. So anywhere on your skin can be a flare up with psoriasis. But depending on your skin color, psoriasis isn't as itchy as eczema, but there is some itch involved. So sometimes you can have psoriasis and you notice that it's not itchy or anything. So that's kind of how you tell the difference between eczema and psoriasis. It is going to be scaly. Sometimes it is going to be silvery if your skin is a darker tone. So it's going to be white or silvery or however if you're noticing white, silvery things on your skin, definitely go to your dermatologist, not your dermatitis, your dermatologist, and check it out just to make certain that you are diagnosed with the right thing. And then from there, then you know the things that you can do to help it. Now, the onset of psoriasis can be any age, but unlike eczema or dermatitis, you would get it. Eczema, you get it mostly when you're a child. Still definitely happen in adult years. Psoriasis, you typically get that when you're an adult. So both of those can happen when it's just one happens more as an adult, one happens more as a child, but you can get them both anytime. Some of the things that you can add to your diet that can help psoriasis is omega-3. Omega-3s, you can take it in pills, you can take it in liquid form. It's a good oil to add to your diet. Studies show that the omega-3 is a lubricant and it lubricates your cell. So it helps your body reduce inflammation. It reduces the redness of the skin and it reduces the itching and the scaling of the skin. Or again, if your skin is uh, white, like you're getting the white silvery scales. So it will definitely reduce that by lubricating you from the inside out. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is another thing that will help you by purifying your blood, and it also helps to support damaged skin cells. I'm not allowed to say heal, but support is a good word to use where it helps to reduce some of the effects that you're seeing. Seaweed. Seaweed is excellent for those people out there who loves sushi or love their nori wraps. Nori is a really good thing to add to your diet. Um, uh, Seaweed wraps, good thing to add to your diet. You can do the seaweed salad. You can get those in the supermarket. Um, Add that to your diet. Seaweed helps to cool the blood, which helps to detoxify the blood as well. Um, Other cooling foods that you can add are things like mung bean, things like aduki bean, things like cucumbers. However, lately we have to be mindful of cucumbers considering what's going on in the world and what's going on with cucumbers. But those are the foods that I would add to my diet. And it's really easy to go to the supermarket. I went to the health food store the other day and found a few cans of aduki beans. You can go to like what is it, Whole Foods, and they have mung beans. You can buy mung beans. Again, very cooling to the body. So that's something that you can do. Prepare a garlic oil. So you can either slice up some garlic or you can smash some garlic. let it soak in an oil of your choice. So it could be you would let it soak in olive oil. You can let it soak in jojoba oil, grapeseed oil. I wouldn't really do coconut oil because coconut oil can be drying to the skin at times, and we don't know who has issues. If you don't have issues with coconut oil, you can go ahead and use it. But if you're someone who coconut oil dries out, I definitely would not use coconut oil. But you can let it soak for a week on your counter. After a week, you can use it on your skin directly. So the garlic is great on your skin because the sulfur in the garlic helps to reduce the inflammation and helps to promote blood flow. So that's something that you can do. Getting your liver and your kidney purified will absolutely help with that. Your liver and your kidney purify the blood. So if both of those are not working properly, then you may develop psoriasis, you may have skin issues, psoriasis, that could be an issue. So if you can find something that could purify the blood, which I have a few herbs that I can give you that can help purify the blood. Again, if you can get a clinical herbalist or an herbalist to um, look at what's good for your system, that would be a good idea. But some of the herbs that I have that are beneficial is sarsaparilla root. It's excellent for skin eruptions. You can either drink it or you can use it in a bath and just put it on the area. I wouldn't use it for more than 2 weeks at a time. So use it for 2 weeks, then stop using it for about a week, and then you can go back and use it. But really, if you don't have any breakouts after you use it or any eruptions after you use it, then you can stop using it and give it a rest. Sassafras root is another one, another great blood cleanser. It's great for skin eruptions and basically wouldn't use it for more than a week. This way, you can either add it to other herbs or you can do a skin wash with it, or you can ingest it, take it internally. Burdock root is another good blood cleanser. It is wonderful, and burdock root also helps with your liver. So it would be a good herb to add if you're trying to cleanse your liver, flush your blood, purify your blood. And it's really good with skin issues. So these herbs that I'm giving you are herbs that are excellent for skin issues. Yarrow, both the flower and the leaf, will open up your pores to help you release toxins. So I would use that as well as yellow dock, another blood purifier, and it also helps with skin eruptions. So these herbs that I'm giving you are good for eczema as well as psoriasis. If you live somewhere where there is a beach, go to the beach, run in and out of the water, stay in the water for a little bit. As long as we're not having a red tide situation, the beach is a good place to go. The salt water in the beach is excellent for that. If you don't have a beach, then you can take a bath in unrefined sea salt. So those are options for you. Protect your skin from the sun as much as possible if you are having a breakout. So I know it's hot in Florida or hot wherever you are in the summertime. Wear long sleeves. That way you're protecting yourself. Spicy food. I love spicy food. Spicy food is delicious. It's amazing, especially if you have good spicy food that is flavorful and just give you that right amount of spice. Yes, amazing. But if you are having a breakout, I would stay away from spicy food. I would also stay away from fatty food as well as greasy foods. So fatty foods could be trans fat. It could be your favorite ribeye, which is an excellent, excellent steak, but extremely fatty. So if you're having a flare up or a breakout, I would stay away from these things for a while. Now, what you eat makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. So I get a lot of people, they'll say, well, I've been eating this thing for a while and I don't understand why I have issues. Well, imagine a pipe. You use your pipe for years and years, and it starts developing um, crud on the inside, and then all of a sudden it's clogged. Think about your system like that. If you've never had a cleanse, or you've never had something that's going to purify your blood or get your blood moving, um, that could be an issue. So pay attention to what you eat. I cannot stress that enough. Our food already has issues. It's like in America, the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, it's all willy-nilly with our foods. We have to be mindful of what we put in our bodies. So if you can stay away from overly processed foods, I would absolutely recommend that. So what I mean is not the box products in the middle of the aisle. Things like fruits, things like vegetables, salads, beach, things that are whole foods. That is what you want to eat. And do I know that it's difficult? Absolutely. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I still have a hard time doing these things. However, I know what's beneficial for me. And if you start doing the elimination, taking things out of your diet, if you start making certain that you put your health first, then you'll find the right people, you'll find the right solution for you. And this is the start. You come in and spending Friday nights with us and seeing what we can do to help you is the start of you taking care of yourself. So if it means that you're going to eliminate something for a week or 2 weeks or a month so that you can feel better, your health can feel better, your skin can feel better, I would absolutely recommend that. Um, Now, as we get older, our bodies break down. It's a sad fact. It is what it is. So the things that we would eat when we were younger is now giving us indigestion. It's now um, we can't eat it anymore. It's uncomfortable for us to eat it. We love pizza, but pizza is gluten and dairy. We love fried chicken, but fried chicken is fatty and depending on the gluten that you use. So I'm not saying you can't eat these amazing, delicious foods that you grew up with. I am saying moderation is key. So if you are used to eating fried chicken twice a week, maybe drop it down to once every 2 weeks. That way you're not starving yourself of your favorite things, but in moderation is key, and it is going to help your skin. It's going to help you feel better overall. So honestly, be mindful of that. Now, what do we eat is something that we want to pay attention to. How often do we eat? How do we feel after we eat? What you eat makes a difference in your skin, because what you put inside is inevitably going to come out of your pores. Um, is it that you notice that your body odor is different after you've eaten certain things? Is it that you notice your bowel movement does not smell good? Pay attention to what you eat to cause that. Pay attention to what you eat that is going to create a flare up. It's important. Um, What do you use on your skin? Do you use detergents in your soap? Is it the detergents of your laundry detergent? How often do you change your sheets? How often, like paying attention to things like that. It's like when you come home, do you take a shower before you get into bed? Those things can make a difference in how your skin feels. Do you have a good soap that is not detergent? Is it a Castile soap? Something that is mild, something that is gentle. If it's that you can't use soap on your skin because you are going through a flare up and it is uncomfortable, then don't use soap. Just make certain that you are washing the area, washing your areas properly. If just using water is going to be beneficial, then just use water, but find the right thing that is going to work for you. How hot is your bath that you're taking? Is it too hot? Because that could be a problem as well. You might need to take a lukewarm bath or a lukewarm shower. Washing your sheets, again, I have to stress this. During allergy season, I find that people will come home, they won't wash their face, they won't, like us, we don't wash our hair very often. We just don't. So knowing that you're not going to wash your hair very often, get a silk cap that can cover your hair. So if you're out and there's pollen that covers your hair or whatever, and you know that you're not going to wash your hair for another week, get a silk cap, get a silk pillowcase, change your silk cap and change your silk pillowcase very, very often, once a week, maybe more often than not if you are going through a flare up and a breakup. Make certain that you are washing your sheets properly. Make certain that you're washing your clothes properly. Um, all of that can make a difference. All of that is going to make certain that you are doing the proper thing for you, um, proper hygiene for you. Um, all of that will help your eczema, will help your psoriasis, certain foods. This is, I say this all the time, this is the beginning. I'm giving you a template, and this template you're going to take and you're going to run with it. You're going to do your own research because maybe there's certain things that you can do that may work for Jenny, but doesn't work for you, or may work for you, but doesn't work for Jenny. Just go do your own research on top of the information that I'm giving you and see what works for you, see what works for your body, see if the flare-ups are less when you pay attention to what's going in your body and what's going on your body. Something that I can say that will help is finding the right creams, the right body butters, the right lotions for you. You want your skin to be supple. You want to make certain that you may have a person that you buy body butters or skin cream from. Make certain that if you know that you're allergic a little bit or that you have an issue with the citric acids like the grapefruit or the orange, make certain that those aren't in that. Ask questions. I'm telling you, asking questions will get you very, very far in your health journey. So that is what I have for you today. And again, I appreciate you spending your Friday nights with me. If anyone has any questions, this is the time for it. I'm open.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Allison. Well, I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
There, how beneficial is oatmeal in you know how when kids, I know I did it with my kids, when they had chicken pox or any type of skin irritation, I would literally soak them in a bath of oat.
Mhm.
Does that work also for eczema or psoriasis?
Yes, it does, but I would check a particular area because of all the excess things they're putting in oats, you have to be mindful. So back, like you said, back in the day, you'd soak your kids in oatmeal and it would be great. Now you have to, I would say, do a spot test. So if you try doing a spot test and you notice that it's just getting worse, then oatmeal may not be the thing for your child. But if it works, then definitely continue with it. I like to say not everything is for everyone.
Thank you. If anybody has questions, don't hesitate. Raise your hand or just open your mic and ask the questions. This is the time. Or you can write them in the chat also, and I'll read them. And I also want to let everybody know that we upload the recording every month, and it is available on our YouTube channel, the Origin Foundation channel, or you can go on the website and click on the Unpali session, like for September, and you will be redirected to the YouTube channel. But go ahead, ask your questions. Oh, there's a question. Tips for uneven skin complexion. Do you have any tips for uneven skin complexion?
Hmm. I, with uneven skin complexion, I would say start with a dermatologist. I don't like to, because some people will go out and buy, I don't know if you remember the Vanity Fairs and the skin bleaching because, that's what they know. But I would start with a dermatologist first and then take it from there. There are creams that you can use, like there are mango butters. Mango butters can help to soften the skin. And by softening the skin, it will help to lighten it just a touch, but but usually I want to say that's an internal thing, that's a diet thing. Uh, Start with your dermatologist.
I'll piggyback off of that because sometimes what we don't realize that the uneven skin tone is sometimes caused by fungus, funguses on fungi on our skin, and we don't know it. And sometimes what you need is an antifungal in order to help exfoliate the skin. Um, because then when we add other products on it, even when they're natural products, we don't know it, but if it's a fungus, it'll feed the fungus and it actually will make it worse.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No problem. Go ahead, people. Going once, going twice. And also, when we upload the recording on YouTube, if you have a question that pops up like tomorrow morning, just look up Allison's contact information. We put it on the recording and on the YouTube so that then you can just contact her if you have something specific that pops up in your head, like tomorrow morning, let's say.
Yes, you can definitely reach me at Allison, Alllyson, at nakednnatural.com. So that's NAKEDN as in Nancy, NATURAL natural.com. You can go online, you can go to my website, nakedandnatural.com, and ask questions there as well. So you can reach me different ways, or what is that? Uh, Oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank? Facebook and Instagram. My goodness, it's been a long day. At Naked and Natural at Instagram or Facebook. You can reach me at those places as well.
Um, Somebody's asking, Genevieve, do you have somewhere you sell your products? I actually put the link. Did I put the link? Yes, I just put the link of her website, and her products are listed there. Do you do events anymore? Not as much as we used to, eh?
Not as much
Mm.
as I used to. I don't do events. I do consultations. So if someone wanted to reach out to me for a consult or again, questions, and I ship everywhere as well. So there are absolutely different ways to reach me and connect with me.
I have a question with eczema and psoriasis.
Mhm.
As far as moisturizing, which type of product would be best? I know asking that question is kind of funny because I already know the answer. I think so. Petroleum base? No, no.
No, no,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right.
Petroleum base or mineral oil base, you
Okay.
definitely want to stay away from because what they do is they stay on top of your skin and your skin cannot breathe. So if it can't breathe, it can't heal. You absolutely want to get things that is going to sink into your skin and that is going to allow your skin to breathe. So some people like water-based products. Um, Water-based products is not bad, but sometimes it doesn't allow your skin to heal. It doesn't bring the healing with it. So finding the right oils, body butters, something that is going to make your skin supple and not be cracking or breaking, that's what you're looking for.
So definitely a no, no, anything that has alcohol in it.
Oh my goodness, no alcohol. That will make everything worse. And I will tell you, most products that you will find out there, it's going to have alcohol, mineral oil, and petroleum jelly. Sometimes, most times, it has all three. So I would not recommend that at all. So whatever it is that you find, I recommend being able to look at the ingredients and reading the ingredients where you understand exactly what it is that you're getting. Because now you know, okay, I know what this is, I know what this is, I know what this is. I can comfortably put that on my body, and I know that this is going to heal. Things such as you can get someone to make something specific for you, which is what I do as well, but something like lavender herb if you don't want to do the lavender essential oils. But lavender is very gentle, very mild. Chamomile, also very gentle, very mild. Calendula, very gentle, very mild. Those are things that you can use on your skin that will help with inflammation, and that will also help to facilitate the healing process.
There
Be
is a question.
mindful, huh?
Go ahead, finish your
I was
thought.
going to say, I had mentioned it before, be mindful of coconut oil. Um, I remember when the craze was going on about coconut oil and everybody wanted to, oh, but it's great for you. It's natural. Yes, it's natural, but not everything is for everyone. So coconut oil can dry out your hair. It can dry out your skin. So that's why I mentioned being careful with coconut oil, not to overuse it. So if you use a little bit and you notice that your skin doesn't feel or look supple, then maybe find another carrier oil. A jojoba oil is a really good oil to use. Grapeseed oil, I love grapeseed oil. It is one of those oils that the particles, whatever you put with it, the particles are so fine, it will go where it needs to, and it will help with cellular regeneration.
All right. There's a question in the chat. This is how do you feel about Aquaphor, the brand Aquaphor for rashes and eczema for children?
So Aquaphor, if I'm not mistaken, please stop me if I'm wrong, does it not have mineral oils in it? Like it's saying it's water-based, but I want to say reading it a long time ago, I thought it had mineral oils in it.
It has everything that would kill your skin. It has petroleum,
Yeah.
mineral oil, sericin, lanolin alcohol, glycerin, panthenol, and bisoprolol.
Okay. So for children, I would say a jojoba oil is a very mild oil. Any oil that if you happen to ingest it, it's not going to hurt you. Heck, you can even use olive oil. But find the right oils for you. Find the oils that are plant-based. Um, Again, I mention jojoba oil because it's an ester, it's a wax. So something like that can help. It's natural, it's plant-based. Something like sunflower seed oil, that's great as well. Castor oil is great because it's very thick, but it's also plant-based. So like if you use it, you put it on the skin, it will slowly sink into the skin. So any plant-based oils, it's what I would recommend for using on children.
We'll see you next month with Micah Morgan. He is the owner of Fitness, and he will be here to talk about fitness and the importance of keeping your body moving. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Have a beautiful weekend. See you next month.